Very good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mr. V. Ranganathan, Assistant Professor from Sanskrit School of Business. It's my privilege to be a part of Faculty Development Program, Education 4.0 on Digital Tools, which is being organized from 23rd January, followed for the next 3 days. Today's topic for FDP is on Digital Tools by Dr. Gundupagi Manjunath, and I'll be the moderator for today's session. I welcome the resource person for today's session, Dr.
There is no audio, sir.
Professor and Principal of Beam Reddy Institute of Management Sciences, Adoni. Let me take the privilege introducing today's session resource person, Dr. Gundupagi Manjunath, currently working as Professor and Principal in Beam Reddy Institute of Management Science, Adoni, alumni and University first rank holder in MBA from Sanskriti from Sri Krishna Deva Raya University, worked with the companies like India Infoline, Thomson Reuters, Accessible Churn, served for 14 years in the education sector under various academic roles. He is also the managing editor and reviewer for various national and international journals. Published 8 edited volumes of various contemporary issues. He has publications in national and international journals, also presented papers in international and national conferences.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. There is no audio.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mr. V. Ranganathan, Assistant Professor from Sanskriti School of Business. It's my privilege to be a part of Faculty Development Program, Education 4.0 on Digital Tools, which is being organized from 23rd January, followed for the next 3 days. Today's topic for the FDP is on Digital Tools by Dr. Gundipagi Manjunath, and I'll be the moderator for today's session. I welcome the resource person for today's session, Dr. Gundipagi Manjunath, Professor and Principal of Beam Reddy Institute of Management Sciences, Adoni. Let me take the privilege introducing today's session resource person, Dr. Gundipagi Manjunath. Currently, he is working as Professor and Principal in Beam Reddy Institute of Management Science, Adoni, alumni and University first rank holder in MBA from Sri Krishna Deva Raya University, worked with various companies like India Infoline, Thomson Reuters, and Accessible Churn, served for 14 years in the education sector and in various academic roles. He is also the managing editor and reviewer of various national and international journals. Published 8 edited volumes on various contemporary issues. He has publications in national and international journals, also presented papers in international and national conferences. Acting as member of Board of Advisors for International Organization for Education Development. He has designed logos and corporate manuals for various organizations. He is working as a part-time journalist for Education Charter, which is one of the international magazines. He is also an active member in various recognized research forums, certified trainer of the trainers, and certified teacher trainer for Government of India. Financial inclusion, microfinance, digital finance, urban poverty, education technology, and green marketing are his research areas. Thank you so much, sir, for being here for today's session with us. Before handing over the session, a few instructions for the participants. In order for the smooth flow of the session, I request every participant to mute and kindly cooperate with us. Once the session is done by the speaker, time will be provided for queries. Participants shall be unmuted as they raise their hand once after each other. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the nice introduction. And I thank Sanskriti School of Business for giving me this opportunity. With your permission, I just wanted to connect my audio device to Bluetooth because my audio jack may not be clear. Just one few seconds I'll take, sir.
So I have connected now. If it is audible, just message me in the chat box, sir, because I can't listen to. I have to disconnect this Bluetooth, then only I can listen to you directly. So you can message me in the chat box, sir. Shall I share the screen, sir?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
Hope,
You cannot listen.
My screen is visible to you. So on, I thank SSB for choosing this uh, opt topic, because this is a need of the hour as we are transforming into the education 4.0. The three important parameters need a paradigm shift. One is the education, teachers, and the students. When it comes to the education, if we observe, there is lot of transformation is there in terms of digital devices. Earlier, usage of technology was there in education 2.0, 3.0 advanced technology. But now, due to the digital devices, there is uh, transformation even in the education also. We are using innovative technologies to educate the learners. For example, if we take usage of virtual reality, artificial intelligence in the education is drastically increasing, because say for example, when we are teaching certain things using virtual reality, the understanding level of the learners will be very high. Impact of that education will be very high on the learners. In the education 4.0, the role of the teachers, especially here, I want to stress on one particular thing. The role of the teachers is also increasing, because we are also playing in a vital role, especially we are acting as a facilitators. We are acting as a facilitators, especially in the blended learning approach. When we take the blended learning approach, excuse me, sir. Okay, okay. Sorry. Uh, is my screen is visible, sir? No. Okay. So the role of the teachers, especially uh, content creators, the role of the teachers when it comes to the facilitators, especially supportive role. Supportive role. There is a transition. As we're all the teachers, we belong to teaching community. Sometimes we may not be having patience in creating certain content which requires, because nowadays uh, if we observe the learners, there is a different perspective from the learners. They want to have their own way of learning. They want to have their own time. They want to have their own strategy in acquiring the knowledge or acquiring the skills. That's why the role of the teachers in the education 4.0 is totally different. Apart from teaching, even we have to upgrade ourselves, especially in the areas of content creation and usage of the supportive technologies, where we can educate, where we can transform the knowledge to the learners. When it comes to the role of the students in the education 4.0, the preferences are changing, because if even if we observe in the outcome based education also, most of the times we will be observing, we'll be taking inputs from the student, inputs from the industry, and we are developing the curriculum. So when it comes to the preferences of the learner, most of the learners now they are showing lot of interest in the open source learning. Open source learning, and if they want to have more knowledge or more skills, they are searching for the various sources to acquire that knowledge, to acquire that source. So there is a lot of change even in the preferences of the students also. So in detail, when it comes to the, because why I'm stressing more importance from the perspective of the learners, because being an educator being a facilitator, what is required for the learners, how we can enhance their learning experience. So through this, according to my observation, nowadays most of the students are showing more interest towards interactive learning, self-paced learning, personalized learning. Say, if we observe, whenever they find time, on that particular time they want to have that knowledge, they want to acquire that knowledge, or sometimes they will be taking those courses. If you observe certain MOOC platforms like edX, Coursera, so if the due date is also very near, or if due date is out, then immediately you are allowed to shift the due dates from one day to another day. Exposure is there for to different methods of learning, how the student is learning, whether through demonstration, through experience, or through simulation, or through collaborative learning. That's why we are also using certain tools for collaborative projects, especially the artificial intelligence. We have certain tools, AI tools are there. Say for example, earlier analysis used to be done through the certain softwares, but now there are certain artificial intelligence tools available. Just you input the data, analysis, and everything, it will give you as an output. So students are using this kind of methods, different methods of learning. Especially, I can say that in in the future we will be observing there will be lot of independence for the learners. That means they can choose any curriculum, they can choose any topic, they can choose any certification, or they can choose any skill or any way of methods of learning. That independence that we can observe in the next future, especially in the generation Z learners, we can observe that one. So here, what I have done is education 4.0. There is a already we are implementing the outcome-based education. In the outcome-based education, Bloom's taxonomy. Most of the times, according to the Bloom's taxonomy, we are assessing the student, because when it comes to the education 4.0, especially in this where the usage of the technology is very high, assessment is becoming very difficult. How we need to assess, assessment procedures, assessment techniques, assessment ways. So what to assess? Whether so I can't assess the demonstration because in the taxonomy, so for example, understanding is there, first level, second level, third level. I can use, I can test, I can assess by using certain tools that we have, and I'll be discussing on those things. But here, education 4.0 taxonomy. So digitally, so the role of the teacher is now here, as in the offline approach, how we are assessing the student. In the same way, how we can assess the student in the online environment, and what kind of tools that we have, how we can monitor their progress, how we can evaluate those things, which I will be demonstrating using few tools. So I think we are all aware that the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. So remembering under the remembering level 1. So here we have certain tools. Say, the student should be in a position to define, describe, recall. He can find. He has to identify. Sometimes he has to examine. Sometimes he has to order certain things. So how we can assess these things? We have so many tools in the available for the teachers. So I'll be demonstrating any one of the tool for each one. So flashcards, especially the flashcards, which we can assess the student, whether the student really recalls the important terms that we have used in the classroom, whether at least if he is unable to memorize, actually we can educate them through the flashcards. So, so I'll be demonstrating how to create a flashcard for your subjects, any subject, maybe any subject. Say, for example, if you go to cram.com, you'll find so many flashcards directly. You can use that for uh, uh, you can share that to the students so that students will test themselves whether how much they have acquired. So I'll be sharing another window. So this is a prof's flashcards. You can create a number of flashcards. So I'll give the links. No need to take the screenshots. Please just observe. Um, if it is visible, okay, fine. Otherwise, I'll maximize. So with your ID, you can, for any tool, you have to log in so that all the materials, whatever the creations, will be stored in your account so that you can share that at any point of time. So what I'm doing is I'm just demonstrating one creation. You can use the templates or you can directly create a sample basic one. So sign in is required. So have an account, sign into the web. Now, so here what I'm doing is this is for a demonstration purpose. So don't get into the depth of the subject. I'm just demonstrating. So I'm giving a title for this demonstration. So pictures. See here, while you are designing any flashcard, both the sides you need to give the content. Say for example, here what I'm doing, I'm using this, okay, and I'm giving this as a leaf, another, okay, board. So you can, here you can give the description of that content, or whether you can give the description of that image or any graph or any theory. That depends. So limited description is required. So you can't give lengthy descriptions. Otherwise, students, they don't find much interesting to learn. I'll be sharing all these links. Just observe what I'm doing, how it is very easy to create and very easy to share among the students also. They find very interesting to learn all the concepts because we are using graphical content, and in the fun way they are able to learn, fun way they are able to so all the sets you need to fill the content, then only you can create a flashcard. Minimum set is required. For sample purpose, I am showing this. Now I have prepared my set A and side A and side B flashcards. So once it is done, you are ready with that, then you can directly click on the done. So it will be saved. So after saving, so you can preview. So it will be like this. So here you can check how many students they have attempted your flashcard test. So here you will be having who has created, so when it is updated. So any time you can update. So view the flashcard. Flip. So you can. So what's happening here? I'm giving the image and as well as the content. So short description you can mention. So you have so many options. Print is not available as paid version you have to take. So like this, 3, 4, 5. So your image is there and the short description for that image. So this will be a fun way of uh, learning, memorizing, where for level one we can use this. So I'm closing this. Then if you want to share, so directly you can share this using the link. So what I'm doing, I'm copying this link and I'm sharing. Okay, my screen will get disturbed. Okay. So this is how I can share. I can even also embed this code. I'll show you how this code can be embedded while creating any web pages. Directly you can copy this embed code and you can directly paste there, so that you will get the this particular link will get executed in that particular web page. So this is so you can create so many flashcards and you can have your own mm, creations where every time no need to prepare. Once we are ready with these flashcards at any point of time, whatever the class, it will be there any times. We can share this one and we can check the progress of the learners. This is one particular tool. And I think how many people you are using the LMS? You can message me in the chat box, because love that LMS very. How many people you are using the LMS currently? Currently also, I'm asking currently also. We use LMS. Which LMS, sir? So there are so many LMS are there. So Moodle is there, Canvas is there, even ACT. Good, many of them. But I'll show you one LMS uh, that is canvasinstructor.com. So you can have this canvasinstructor.com. So unlimited, you can create n number of courses. It is user friendly. It is user friendly, and there are so many features that we can observe at free of cost. Free of cost. So, say for example, I created a course long back, not now. It's loading. So, see, there are so many features. Announcements I can make, I can assign the assignments, I can create the discussion, I can check the grades, I can check the people, how many people are there in the course. and who joined the course, how much time they have spent. See here, you can observe. So how students are using this course material, how much time they are spending, right? Different pages. So this is a home page. So any uploads, if you want to share any content to the students, you can directly share that content through the Canvas LMS. Syllabus also you can share so that they can go through the syllabus. So outcomes, you can give the outcomes, rubrics. If you have any rubric that you can, quizzes, modules, and if you want to have an online meeting using the big blue button directly through the canvas itself, you can have an online class, right? Attendance, this is one of the important feature we can have in the canvas LMS. I'll just show you. It's taking some time to load. I have opened so many windows. So this is one particular, even I can show you pages. If you see the pages, very easy to create, very easy to create, view all pages. You can also join by just sharing the course link. Any student, they can join in the course. Say for example, this page, or you can also uh, have the course using the modules wise. So here I have certain materials classified based on the modules, right? I have given some Word document. I have given certain content. There is a video lesson 1, video lesson 2, and I have shared the PowerPoint. And immediately after the unit 1, I have a small quiz for the students, whether to assess whether the student uh, really understood the concepts on testing assessment, just 5 points. So which is again automatically it will be graded. No need to sit and do it like a quiz. It is like in a quiz. Automatically it will be graded, and shuffling of the questions. See in the Google Forms, most of the times shuffling questions only we can see. But here we can have a question bank in the quizzes, and we can share the answer and why. Suppose if the student has opted for the wrong answer, uh, we can give the points to him to point out the right option from the MCQ also. There are many features are there for the quizzes also. One thing is it is very easy. I can create n number of pages, n number of modules, anything. Yeah, we can insert anything. Say I have what I have done here. I have inserted in a PDF in the module 2. It is very easy. I'll just show one sample how you can create. So if you want to add an assignment, you can add, or if you want to add a page or a quiz or a file or a discussion, external URL or external tool, anything. So I'll be adding a page. So I'm using a create page, and I'm using this as a demo for you to show. So here the demo is there and it is not published. So we have to publish, then only it is visible to the students. Now when I have selected this page, so what you want to have? So you can, it's an editor, you can edit, you can have anything. Hello. Yes. So like how you have the word editor, it will be like that only, where we can write the content You can insert the link, external link, or you can insert any image. Otherwise, course images related to your course, if any images are there, you can record your video and you can also upload that, or any other media which you have developed, downloaded, or which you have developed. So you can upload the document also. Any documents if you want, you can do that also. Only to use it. So I can collaborate with not not only with one teacher, even I can collaborate this course with the other teachers also. So easily they can also share the resources. They can also edit the content. So this is how I get, and you can check with the modules. So demo, you got this. So even suppose if you want to include any external media, so I'm just showing you this recording is available in the YouTube. What I have done, just I have inserted the URL, and immediately the students no need to go to YouTube directly. They can watch in the Canvas itself. That means I'm not diverting the students from the LMS to the YouTube, but I'm directly making them to learn from the Canvas itself through the LMS itself. So here you will be having the clear audio and everything. So this is there is no limit. See, there is no limit for us when it comes to creation of the content. Only requires lot of patience. First thing is we need to create content first as per the requirements of the course, as per the requirements of the syllabus, as per requirement of the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. We have to develop the content first, then we have to upload the content into various tools which makes the learners to learn easily at any point of time. So this is about the LMS, and this is another important tool that I just wanted to uh, demonstrate, the time toast. Suppose a student learning or your topic or any concept that they want to learn, or they want to know about the milestones. Deep root analysis can be done with the help of this particular tool, Time Toast, especially where we can create the timelines. We can create the timelines. So I'm just creating one for you. So I am giving the title My Journey. You can have your own content, whether it is about which category. So it is optional. If you want to have any pictograph, you can have, and I'm creating. Okay, it is already published. See, I have created a timeline here. If you observe, whenever I move the timeline, I am getting certain content. Right? And so schooling, so journey. An individual can have any learning on this timeline, and also you can tag those people, or you can ask the students by just visiting this particular time, by sharing this particular link. You can copy this URL and you can share that among the students. So this is a uh, tool which we use for creating the timelines. This is another tool, schools.boomwriter, especially uh, in the level of analysis, in the level of creation. upper order thinking level, domain levels. In that one, we use this tool. It is not like a Google Classroom only. It is like Google Classroom. So where we are asking other students to collaborate and combinedly they can learn or they can study or they can share any views in a particular class. So you have to sign. I can share that link. I'll share you that link. Another important tool is, uh, I think, creation of the Google site is very important. Even we are using this sites.google.com, especially in the top order level, the create, where we can give this as an example. So yeah, creation of the Google sites is very easy. Only the thing is that you should be having a Google ID. So I have already with my Gmail ID. I'm just showing you one demonstration how you can create very easily the Google site. You don't require any coding knowledge. Only the thing that you should be having content. That's what I told. Content is very important in the digital education. So you should create lot of content. Once you create the content, then only the raw data, whatever the raw content is there, you can upload. So I'm just demonstrating. See here also, if you want to use any text, see embed is there. So what I can do is share proof of flashcard. So here I'll take embed. I am copying this and I'll be embed code. I'll be pasting this and the next insert. See, I don't have any coding knowledge. I don't have any coding knowledge, but still I have created a flashcard, uh, one particular lesson in my web page itself. So faculty members or even we can ask the students to have their own profiles, their projects, their learning, their assignments. They can have their own website. So you can use any text box. You can also use image. Say for example, pages. You can add the pages, various pages you can add, and also you can designate which page you want. Right. So I'll be adding one page, home, contact. So I'm getting the contact. So here what is required for a say image is required. Maybe any one image, okay, due to. So I have placed the image and I'm using the text box contact. So and I'm giving some content for me to contact, and professionally it looks very neat. So two pages are there, and also you can, if you want to design the header, you can design with any other image. So I don't have much images as of now, so I have placed. So once you make it as a publish, it will be published. So you can create any content, page content, different layouts will be there. So different buttons, links, you can, I'll show you the site with all these features. With all these features, I have my site. So sites home and just demonstrating what are all the things that you can include. So you have books, you have paper, you can give the downloads also. So free OES, you can download these resources free of cost, okay, trainings, and you can directly contact home page you can create. Everything is there. Only thing is that this content should be ready with the content. Then I want to show you another important source, OER Commons, Open Educational Resources. One, if you observe, educational resources are growing. AICT now recently, if you observe eKumb portal where you can download various ebooks which are open, freely available, where we can download and where we can have. But here, open educational resources, in the open educational resources, you can remix, you can reuse any resource which is available in the open educational resources. Say for example, here there is an activity, suppose investment planning activity is there. See here, what you are observing is, if you want to have this resource, you can view the resource, then you can save or download. So if you want to save that activity, you can directly say, or if you want to remix with your content, or you can directly share to the Google Classroom. So if you want to remix with your content or your modifications, you are free to do that if it is from OER Commons, because here I have given the license Creative Commons attribution which I have selected. So that depends on, most of the OER sources are free sources, so you can discover many resources. You can discover many resources at a free of cost. And if suppose there are case studies or data sets, full courses, even certain courses are also available, lesson plans, many things, and all the faculty members have your own uh, OER resource, and you can have like this. You can have your resources. You can contribute to OER Commons, like how I have contributed few things. Say for example, this is a Padlet for teachers. Again, another important tool. Uh, so you can directly download. So reading material, graduate or professional, related to education. This resource will help the teachers in creating Padlet and how to use the Padlet in teaching learning process. So certain resource you could what I can do is I can view the resource if it is required, or if I want, then I can. So this one I'm directly downloading, so there is no restriction will be there, and this is how you can use that resource. I have given open license to use my resource material, or if you want to remix this, you can remix, you are free to do it. Padlet is another important tool where we can create wall, we can create canvas, we can create shelf, right, back channel, you can create many things, right? But Padlet basically we use to improve the learning experience. To improve the learning experience, we are using this Padlet. And sometimes if I have any announcement, if I have any invitation, I can directly post into the Padlet. Another important tool that we have is draw.io, draw.io, which is an open source where you can create any diagrams, and you can save that diagrams to the device or Google Drive wherever you require. So say for example, I'm selecting one simple diagram, create. So I'm giving some file name. Okay. So if you want to insert any, you have so many tools, right? And you have you can change the colors and very easy. It is a free source. It is AI tool. We say artificial intelligence tool. Just we have to select the theme and automatically it gives you what kind of diagram you require. Only thing is you need to change the content within that. So this is one another important resource which will help, which really helps the teacher in creating a lot of content. And another important tool we forgot, just 1 second, let me. So I'll be sharing one more important tool. So this is called mind mapping software, mind map free. It is free and it is available to free of cost. You can download. No license is required. No license is required. So it is very easy to create a mind map. So I'll be opening a notepad. I don't know where it is. Right now I have opened uh, notepad. How easily whether it is related to the course or whether it is related to any concept. So for example, I have taken uh, this as a main heading and menu morning. So what I am doing is I am using the tabs so that I can create nodes in the mind map. Maybe in G. So again in the afternoon, I am using, so tea and rice, dinner. So we'll be taking some fruit. So what I am doing is I'm just copying this from the notepad, copy that, and Chandan sir. So I'll be copying that from the notepad and simply what I'm doing is just paste it here. So I'll maximize. Now you can observe how easily I have created a mind map, and if you want you can move this to any place you require. So there will be some nodes, so just move it to a particular position so it looks neat. Suppose if you have two more items, you will be getting two more items. So if you want, you can change the color. Say for example, here you will be having format. So you can use the format. I'm using node color. And if you want, while explaining in the class, if you want to minimize, you can minimize by clicking here. You can minimize that thing. Or if you want to explain in detail about the afternoon menu item, then you can maximize by clicking one. And which is easily convertible into JPEG, or you can export into any form. Right? And also if you want to navigate, say move to root, node up, or if you want to node down, see what I have done, note down. So I have selected like this. So all the you can navigate those nodes by selecting that one, and you can move that throughout your mind map. So this is another important tool. I have provided all these links in the form of the Word document. So one more important tool, Audacity, which is also open source and free tool where we can create our audio lessons. Okay, Audacity. I think it is visible. This is very important, and with so many features. You don't imagine, even the professional sound engineers also, they are using this Audacity to enhance their audios, to record their audio, to create audios. Right? So simple tool, very easy tool. So I'm recording here. Hello, welcome to Audacity and audio file creator. So I'm stopping my recording. Now if you observe here, intentionally I have given some gap here, and other noises are also there. So if you want to have your own audio lesson with the crisp voice, clear voice, without any disturbances, then you can use this particular tool, and you can delete this one very easily. Select this one and delete. Select this and delete. Select this and delete. Now again I am using this. I am deleting whichever where there is no audio. If you want to add any other like light music, you can import the music and you can add that to this particular audio. You can copy, you can paste. Hmm. Let just will play. Hello, welcome to Audacity and audio file creator. So I'm okay. So this is how I played, and here if you have, say, noise reduction, so how much you can reduce the background noise, all these things are there. Yeah, say effect. Suppose if you want to analyze, you can analyze if any sounds that are there available, that also you can analyze. Mm, you can remix, say that's what I told. If you listen to any professional podcast, at the beginning you will get a common uh, theme. That common theme you can directly copy, and you can, because every time I can't create that common theme, so directly you can copy that common theme and you can paste, and then you can have your own lesson, then close with the common theme. So this is one another important tool, mm, that very useful because now we have a tool called Anchor FM. Christo Jayanti College, they have their own FM where they are uploading their albums through the Anchor platform. Anchor platform, you can create any podcast. You can have your own FM. What I want to say is faculty can have their own FM channel in the Anchor FM, and they can create this because we have so many wonderful tools. We have so many wonderful tools that are available, and another important tool that let me demonstrate you. I don't have much time. Stop me if I'm exceeding. So Canva is another important tool required for a content creation, whether it may be for education purpose or any content. You can create ebooks, you can create certain PowerPoint presentations, you can create your thumbnails. Faculty members, they can have their own YouTube channel and they can have their own thumbnails, but very easy. Very easy, only the drag and drop will be there. Most of the times I'll be using the Canva to communicate anything to my uh, class or to any other audience. If you observe the PPT also, which is created in the Canva, right? So only thing is that you can create any n number and it will be there in your login ID itself. So it is free of cost. It is free of cost. So this one also I'll share. If any questions are there, we'll take the questions. Padlet is there. You can. So I request. So I am sharing a link. I'm sharing a link and I'll be sharing some resources. Just a minute. As per the outcome-based education, you can use all these resources at the different levels. If you want, I can share the Word document with the organizers. But okay, I don't know. It takes a lot of time to share each one. It's not copying. Okay. So one by one, I have to copy. So make sure you are having these links. So I'll be sharing this Word Word document with the organizers. You can. One thing is that you need to create, you need to work, you need to spend lot of time on these tools. Then only you can have very good resources. And I'm also sharing some AI tools which are very helpful. The last what I'm sharing, the extension will be with the .io or .ai. Those are all the AI tools, very unique and very innovative and very helpful and very useful in sharing lot of content. So use these resources because within 1 hour it's very difficult for me to demonstrate all the tools. So that's the reason why I have taken for each level some tools for understanding Padlet, time toast, for applying boom writer, even idea generator is also there where you can create activities for the students. For applying, for analyzing, we have test modes. Our campus, it is also like an LMS. You can use that one also. Test mode also you can use for analyzing. For evaluation, Ruby Star, that is another important tool. I think Ruby Star, which you can have your own rubrics at by spending less time. By spending less time, you can have you can create any rubrics and you can share with the students. So EduBlogs, this is where you ask your students also to have to create a blog about the topic or about the project or an experiment, how they have conducted, what is their opinion and all those things. So thank you, and I request, I have shared the Padlet link. I request all the members, you can also give the feedback on the Padlet. You require to sign in. Thank you. Over to the organizers.
So we will take up the questions now. So if any of the participants, if you have any questions, you can send it in the chat box. Questions can be pinged in the chat box. I request the participants, if you have any questions, please ping it in the chat box. I will say that you don't want to speak.
If any participants want to share the feedback or your opinion, you are free to share.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Professor Devdut Mukherjee from Calcutta, University of Calcutta.
Hello, sir.
Sir, hello, sir. Nice to hear you, and it was such an informative session. Uh, this is also a very nice session, I must say, on digital tools. Now, I have a question. It is a question as well as you can say this is an opinion. Now, after this COVID, in the
Yes, sir.
post-COVID era, uh, we are basically going through this offline mode of learning.
Yes, sir.
And how much do you think it is feasible or it will be feasible in offline classrooms to basically uh, continue with this digital tools and digital evaluations? How much feasible do you think it is? Because you rightly pointed out at the end of the session that we need a lot of time. We need to invest a lot of time in creating these, let's say, for example, the flashcards. You also talked about the audio messages, the audio, I can say, clips that we can share with the students. So I was thinking to ask you, like, how much feasible it has remained after COVID? Like during COVID, yes, we were teaching completely online. We had some time to share our thoughts, but how after COVID? Because personally, in my experience, I find that this entire digital tools somewhere, this digital mode of learning is somewhere moving away from teachers like us who have been working for the last 2 or 3 years in this online mode. So my question is that, sir, how much will it remain feasible in the coming days? What
Sir,
is your take on that?
thank you, sir. Sir, in my opinion, what I am observing since from the past 2 to 3 years, there is lot of research is happening on the usage of the technology in the education, one thing, and the feasibility. When it comes to the feasibility, NEP, National Education Policy, is also stressing on the usage of the technology. Even AICT is making mandatory that certain credits has to be taken through any form of like MOOCs. Especially AICT is encouraging the students to take MOOCs from the Swayam, uh, which shows that even the regulating institutions, universities, educational institutions, even if you observe, number of registrations are increasing, number of courses are increasing in the Swayam. Even curriculum also, if we observe, a lot of changes are there. As I told you, in one particular student preference, now the student can choose any 2 credits from any of the curriculum, and they can have their own credits, and transfer of the credits is also possible with the academic bank credits, through university to institution, institutions to individual. So I can say that in future, the role of the teacher is will become more of like a, digital teacher. He should be having lot of knowledge on these digital sources, content creation. Then only we can compete. We can compete with the institutions like Byju's and all these things. We have so many service providers.
Yes. Sir, is the academic bank of credits available right now? Means, is it really possible to for a student to actually transfer the credit if the person, say for example, the person has gone to study at SSB. Now, for some reason, the person wants to come back to his or her own state.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
he is facing a lot of problems, maybe feasibility related problems. He's not able to stay, he's having some family problems. Let's take that. So how is that possible now? Means I just need to have some inputs from you, sir, since you are working
Sir,
on this area.
because already the government of India initiated with the DigiLocker, like
Yes.
already few Aadhaar cards, PAN card, right, 10th mark list, CBSE board, all these certificates will be there, and all the institutions are becoming part of NAD. They are making it as a mandatory. Even in Andhra, also in our university is making it as a mandatory. All our students they have registered, and now they have submitted their IDs to the university. So possibility is there, as government of India investing a lot of money on the technology as well as creation of the institutions. So definitely there will be an impact, and possibility is there. And in future we may see that number of credits we can increase, because we are in the we are not from this generation, we are not taking the advantage of this, but lot of advantage will be there in the future. Because if I want to go for an abroad education, if my credits are not enough to get into the entry of the abroad education, so I can earn some credits from any other university or any institution, and I can have the requirement, I can have education in abroad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I request participants, if any other participant is having any kind of a questions, you can ask our speaker, Dr. Gundipagi Manjunath sir. Please raise your hands. Okay. As we are not expecting any questions, so I take this opportunity to thank today's resource person, Dr. Gundipagi Manjunath sir, for enlightening the participants on digital tools, especially on various tools which are related to the learning management systems on Canva infrastructure and ProProps. So various tools, we have a great session, sir. So thank you for this wonderful session, sir, in this evening. I thank all the participants of the session. All good things come to an end, and every end has a new beginning. As saying goes, we team SSB hope that today's session added value to our knowledge and help it to enhance your students. Hope to meet you all in the tomorrow session by Professor T. Srinivas on the role of effective communication in teaching. Thank you. Thanks for the session. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir, and I thank all the participants for your patience listening. And also I thank SSB Principal Dr. Koteshwari ma'am for giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge and experience. Thank you one and all, and have a good day.